You can never be spiritual if you do not know. Anything anybody can do in this spiritual spectrum is all because they know something. And when we talk about knowing, you actually come into the sense or understanding that your physical body is one of the major keys that can help you experience a spiritual life. If you get it together in your spirit, in your mental faculty, you can literally change your physical appearance. It doesn't matter how you look now. You have what it takes. You have the power. You have the ability to change your physical appearance. If you are not exercising your intellectual faculties, and all that your intellectual faculties know is what it is told you in the religious text, then you can never see beyond whatever anybody says. This is why oftentimes when I see people try to pass comments on social media, say this, say that, when I read through your comments, I just know exactly where you're coming from. I don't even waste my time. If you don't skill your mental faculties, you can never come into true spirituality, which is an advanced knowledge compared to the physical realities. All you have to do is to bring your faculties into alignment. Your physical, your mental, your spiritual, and your craft. Once you begin to bring your faculties into alignment, oh boy, you come to a place of knowing who the Creator has literally made you to be. Akwaba. Welcome to the Enquirers series. I'm Osofo Jobento. Always a delight, always an excitement to come your way, and today it's no different. And you know I gotta talk about the power stick. I hope you've ordered your power stick already. I've said so many things about the power stick. People are asking so many questions about the power stick, and all the answers are out there. But please, try as much as possible to order your power stick. And there's a surprise that I didn't tell you guys about a power stick initially that I'm going to tell you soon. But make sure you order your power stick in today. And I want to move straight to the subject of the day. And one of the things I need us to understand is the fact that we as human beings, and I've said this time and time, this is not new. We as human beings, we have various dimensions that is helping us operate, right? We are not just a physical body, okay? But in as much as we are not just a physical body, your physical body or our physical body is aiding us, is helping us to access the experience that we need to obtain in this dimension. There's a significance about the physical body. So you can as much as treat the physical body as a piece of flesh, blood, and meat. You can treat it as such, or treat it as a platform that is definitely going to aid you into climbing up the ladder of the dimensions. I know the subject that interests a lot of people oftentimes is spirituality. Everybody want to talk about spirituality. Everybody is excited about spirituality. So when the subject of spirituality comes, nobody wants to hear anything else. But the truth of the matter is, when we even talk about spirituality, a lot of people are actually looking out for signs and wonders. People are not really talking about spirituality. They subject spirituality to be signs and wonders. So now, the minute you see signs and wonders, everybody's all over the place with it. But when it comes to actually learning about the spirit and the ways of the spirit, people don't pay attention to it. People don't even want to listen to it, because they don't consider that as spirituality. People are not excited about the talk, about the learning, about the knowledge that spirituality presents. People rather want to see signs, miracles, things, fast track, fast this, fast that. And that is the reason why a lot of people, are not able to follow when it comes to knowledge. You understand? You can never be spiritual if you do not know. Anything anybody can do in this spiritual spectrum is all because they know something. Because they know the applicables, the applications to which they are preaching, or to which they are saying, or to which they are selling out there, right? So the secret about spirituality is you actually knowing. And when we talk about knowing, you actually come into the sense or understanding that your physical body is one of the major keys that can help you experience a spiritual life. Without this physical body, everything that you bring in your experience is an absolute waste of time. When you learn to realign your entire inner faculties, when I talk about inner faculties, I'm not talking about your organs. For you to understand or to have the fluidity of spirituality, you need to be able to come to a place where your physical body, your mental body, your spiritual body, and your created body, which I tell you all the time, I'm teaching you guys to be called what we, the Akans, know as your kra, or even the Evers know as a set, is the same thing, or kla. For you to experience anything beyond this physical platform, these four entities, these four platforms need to be in alignment. These structures need to be in alignment. You would begin to see a physical, emotional, psychological, and a spiritual transformation of your very nature and existence before your very eyes. Once these platforms begins to be in synchronization with each other, what will begin to happen is that each and every single layer serves the other. Each and every single layer is there to ensure that the other is actually advancing, doing well, progressing, right? So the layers is such that once the base layer is solidified, automatically impacts the next layer. When you see somebody, you can easily look at a person and understand the mental state of the person just by physically looking at the person. You don't have to try and get diagnostics or diagnostic machines to try and understand what is going on. You don't have to take an MRI to understand what is going on in the person's faculties, or let me say mental faculty. Right? Just looking at a person physically should be able to tell you everything that you need to know about a person. For example, if you see me sitting right here, right, and I'm tilted a bit, and I'm not able to lift my hands, automatically it is telling you that there's something wrong with my nervous system. You don't need anybody to prove this to you. Automatically it tells you. Right? It means communication between my mental faculties and my physical faculties has a gap, has a bridge, it has a disconnect. And once this disconnect is there, automatically it's telling me that I need to have a work or a look into my nerves, my nervous system, the one that is traveling or carrying messages between my mental faculty and my physical faculty. You understand? When you look at me, or when you meet me and you see me very slim and lean and tiny, and there's a lot of disproportionate between my head, my stomach, and my legs, automatically you begin to assume that no, there's something physical wrong with a person. Either you're starving, either you're sick, or there's something definitely wrong with you. Just by looking at this physical entity. At the same time, when you see somebody, well, I'm not going to say I have six packs, but when you see somebody that is well-built, stout, right, has muscles and has six packs, you don't need anybody to tell you that this person has hit the gym. You get what I'm saying? So just looking at people, looking at individuals, understanding the physicality of a person is telling you what is going on mentally with a person. It's telling you what is going on psychologically with a person. This is so significant. So if your physical's representation has a problem, has a situation going on with it, automatically it tells you that your mental faculties are sick. The truth is, a lot of people misunderstand to think that sicknesses happens in the physical. No, sicknesses actually happens in your third layer, but now I'm still on the second layer. So sicknesses happen in your mental faculty, in your mental structure. This is where sicknesses happen, right? It starts from your auras, but for it to be assumed and understood that there's something definitely wrong with you, your mental faculties needs to register the signals and send the signals to your physical faculty that, you know what, there's something wrong in your stomach, there's something wrong with your cells, there's something wrong with your kidneys, there's something wrong with this. Once the mental faculty or the mental plane is structured and ensure that there's not a single thing hindering it or harming it or destroying it, you don't have any problem physically. Your physical entity, your physical structures, your physical form is absolutely strong and beautiful. You get what I'm saying? For you to have a physical plane, a physical understanding or physical wellness, you need to have an emotional wellness. If your emotions are broken, your physical will be broken. Why does anybody hit the gym? Because the person is charged within the emotions, have the feel, have the desire to go to the gym. Why does anybody do anything? For anybody to get addicted to anything, it means emotionally, mentally, there's an addiction happening right there. This is why it is having a physical representation on the person's physicals, saying that, oh, I desire a smoke. I desire a drink. When somebody is addicted to something, psychologically, mentally, there's a problem there. The same goes to the spiritual plane. So your emotions, your physical, your emotions, your psychological, right? These are two platforms, your physical and your mental. The third one is your spiritual. So when your spiritual platform is not well, automatically it impacts your mental platform or your mental faculty, your mental dimension. When your mental dimension is not well, automatically it affects your physical dimension. Hence the reverse. The minute your physicality is well, you look after yourself well, automatically it impacts your mental faculties. The minute your mental faculties is sound, automatically it impacts your spiritual faculty. This is why a lot of people sit in religious sects, religious structures, religious congregations, and sit there and not have any sense of their being, not understand anything, because their physical is weak, their mental is weak. So therefore, anything they think is spiritual or anything they call is spiritual is easily influenced by somebody. It's coming from somewhere. It's coming from an individual. It's coming from an entity. Somebody is directing their spiritual walk. Somebody is directing their spiritual understandings, because they have no spiritual understanding. Once the mental faculty is weak, when the person is not able to fathom the realities of the intellectual faculties, that person has no clue, no idea what is going on spiritually. So when you tell that person, you know what, I came to you and the energies are ordering me, the gods are telling me, do this, do this, do this, the person have no understanding. So the person immediately will begin to do what you are telling them, because they don't have the mental strength, the mental faculty, the mental acquisition to be able to go beyond what somebody is telling them, to actually go into their psychological and understand that, wait a minute, this is this as a result of this as a result of that. So therefore, automatically, when this and that and that and that is happening, it impacts your spiritual life. So if you come and tell me there's a spiritual situation going on with me, I first have to have an understanding what is happening in my mental faculty. I'm not even looking at my physical, right? So if my mental faculty is the key to unlock my spiritual faculty, it means that mentally I need to be skilled. I need to be equipped. I don't got to be in the box. I need to exercise my mental faculties. I need to exercise my intellectuality. I need to study. I need to learn. I need to go deeper, because it is by acquisition of knowledge that would help you have a clarity in your spiritual platform. It's the same way. It's the looking after your physical realities, making sure your physical reality is well endowed, well taken care of, that you automatically know you are best placed mentally or psychologically. Listen, what I'm trying to say is that it goes both ways, right? If you get it together in your spirit, in your mental faculty, you can literally change your physical appearance. I know I'll come to it later. It doesn't matter how you look now. I'm telling you, promise you. It doesn't matter how you look now. You have what it takes. You have the power. You have the ability to change your physical appearance. The Creator, in short of it, because the Creator knew that as human beings, we would be waking up. As human beings, we'll be coming to a place of understanding, a place of knowing that, wait a minute, this is my appearance now. And with this appearance, it automatically is making me attract certain people my way. So if I want to change the kind of people I'm attracting my way, what I need to do is to change my physical appearance so that this is why a lot of people are bleaching. This is why a lot of people are going into the surgeries and enlarging their breasts and enlarging their behinds and enlarging all these enlargements and what have you. It's simply because they want a level of attraction to come their way. Right? So that's the main objective, to attract people their way. That's it. No other reason, right? So if you have this understanding, wait a minute, if I can physically impact my physical self to change the level of attraction that I'm bringing to myself, then it means that when I change my mental faculties, automatically certain things, certain attractions mentally will change. The sort of things that I used to understand will change. The sort of things that I'm used to will change. The sort of things I believe in will change. The sort of things I think is will change. All of a sudden, I used to think that, wait a minute, there's a hellfire waiting for me to die, so that this hellfire will destroy me because of my sins. The minute I try to scale up, to amp up, to empower my mental faculties, all of a sudden my attractions to the intellectual world changes. If your entire joy was just about going after sitcoms and TV series and TV shows, it's automatically telling me where you are intellectually, right? The minute you begin to go into history, you want to understand, automatically it's telling me your mental faculties is attracting different things. You're exercising it. The minute you don't want to read anything beyond the Bible or the religious scriptures, automatically it's telling me this is where your mental faculty is. Are you getting it? So whatever you are attracted to is literally telling me that, wait a minute, this is how far you have mastered. This is how far you have skilled. This is how far you have amped up. This is how far you've increased. This is how far you've changed your understandings, your abilities, your applications. This is how far you've come. This is what it means. Once you begin to tell me, you know what, I want to understand astronomy, automatically it tells me that you are looking beyond a book. I don't know if that makes sense. Just the conversation that you have with me tells me where you are, because your conversations will determine who you are attracting your way. Right? So if you are scaling, exercising, because the Creator gave us everything, made everything available to us so that we would advance it. A lot of people don't even know that trees are advancing themselves. The trees are empowering themselves. The trees are evolving. So the minute you start exercising your intellectual faculties, just as when you start changing your physical faculties, right? And don't get me wrong, it's not only true surgery. I'm not for bleaching, so I'm not saying for it. I'm not for enhancing the body and what have you. I believe everybody should be blessed and extremely excited about the physicality that they have. But the truth matter is, your physicality is literally shaped by the food you are eating, not by the exercises you are putting in your body. That's just by the way, right? So the minute you attract, you have guys that says what? Oh, I like a lady with a big behind. I like the lady with a lady with a big in front. I like a lady with this, a lady slim, a lady. These are all attractions, right? So the minute you try, or even the men, some ladies like men with 6 packs, men with 0 packs, like myself. If you like a man with 0 packs, you come to. So all these things is literally telling us what you are going for, right? So think about it. If you are not exercising your intellectual faculty, and all that your intellectual faculties know is what it is told you in the religious text, then you can never see beyond whatever anybody says. This is why oftentimes when I see people try to pass comments on social media, say this, say this, say that, when I read through your comments, I just know exactly where you're coming from. I don't even waste my time. That's why I don't respond to certain comments. But sometimes, of course, bad business is good business in the social media platform. So I will just come and respond to you with something that will probably upset you. I'm giving up my techniques. I'll literally come up with something that would upset you, that will get you going in my comment section, and will make you go. But the more you do that, what are you doing? You're increasing my viewership, and I want a lot of people to watch it. So what do you think I will do when I see you pass a silly comment? I just come in and respond to you with a silly comment as well. Because I understand the level of your understanding. I know exactly where you stand just by the comments that you pass. So this is why nobody can get me upset, honestly. In the comment section, you cannot get to me. Everything you are telling me in your comment is literally defining you. So once you are defined in these brackets, I know in the dimensions of the spiritual faculties, it's not ready. You're not ready for that. If you don't scale your mental faculties, you can never come into true spirituality, which is an advanced knowledge compared to the physical realities. Anyway, my time is up. I gotta go. Listen, sometimes I talk too much. And even when I talk like that, people think I'm upset. I'm never upset. It's almost impossible to get me upset. But when I do, it's a different conversation. Watch this. All you have to do is to bring your faculties into alignment. Your physical, your mental, your spiritual, and your craft. Once you begin to bring your faculties into alignment, oh boy, you come to a place of understanding your created being. You come to a place of knowing who the Creator has literally made you to be. Anyway, we'll continue in the next episodes. I love you guys. Listen, www.makera.org. Go to the email. Go to the website. Please make conversations. Send in your questions. And also, make sure you order a power stick. I told you there's a secret to why this power stick is out there. And that secret would blow your mind when you actually get to find out what we are doing as a community. I love you guys. Make sure you share the videos. Please let everybody watch it. I love you. Have a great time.